How does civil law differ from criminal law?
Civil law, in terms of sanctions or penalties, civil law, the ultimate sanction against you is usually monetary. If you've been the cause of an accident, you may be required to pay a sum of money to the injured party, the plaintiff. In criminal law, the ultimate sanction is jail. That's what a judge will impose, a jail sentence. Or in some states, it's worse, it's the death penalty. If you fail in a criminal case against someone, you might still recover in a civil law case. So the great example there is the O.J. Simpson trial, where he was acquitted in the criminal courts of murder, but then found liable in the civil courts by the relatives of the deceased afterwards.
What is the difference between actus reus and mens rea?
The difference between actus reus and mens rea, the actus reus is the physical act of committing the offence. Mens rea is the intention to carry out that physical act. And both are required to prove a criminal case beyond a reasonable doubt. If you are walking down the street, and if you're minding your own business and you're looking around you, it's a very busy street, and you kind of accidentally bump against someone, the actus reus of assault could be made out there, but the intention or the recklessness to commit it isn't. So actus reus is the act, that's all.
What does strict liability mean in criminal law?
In criminal law, it's again, for any criminal offence to be made out against you, there has to be the constituents of the offence, the offence being committed, and then the accommodating intention on top of that. And if those two things collide together, the offence is made out. Strict liability doesn't require any mental element. It doesn't require you to have intended to commit the offence. The mere fact that you did it is enough. And there's usual explanations given for that. Because it's impossible to prove intention in every case, some cases are constructed in such a way that strict liability, that the intention is not required, the action itself is enough to satisfy the charge. So intention is not really required at all.
What factors influence a judge's decision the most?
Well, if you ever speak to judges, and I speak to some every now and again, and we'll talk about decisions or how the judiciary make decisions. The really good ones will say that they will ask themselves questions prior to making a decision. One of the questions they'll ask is, am I going to give this person a penalty, certainly in criminal law, that is easy or nicer because they're well-dressed, or am I going to be harder on that person because they're not so well-dressed? Is my decision fair? Am I following my previous decisions? Fundamentally, is the question, is the answer I'm going to come to fair? And if it is, okay, I'll move forward with that. If it's not, then maybe I should reassess what decision I'm going to come to.